क्या रही हो? सुनाई दे रहा है कि नहीं?
हेलो एवरीवन। मेरी आवाज आ रही है? हेलो।
यस
यस
मैम।
मैम।
ओके ओके। अभी हमारे जो आज के गेस्ट है वो जुड़ने वाले हैं अभी।
आज का टॉपिक क्या है संतोष मैम?
इनोवेशन
आज
एंड
का
बेस्ट प्रैक्टिस।
टॉपिक, हाँ, इनोवेशन एंड बेस्ट प्रैक्टिस।
ओके। गुड आफ्टरनून सोनाली मैम।
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon to all of you. Jai Mata Di.
जय माता दी।
जय माता दी।
सोने जा रही थी, अचानक याद आया।
मैं लैपटॉप में खोलने की कोशिश कर रही थी, तब तक हुआ नहीं। अब बाद में खोलूंगी।
मैं
आई
देख
नहीं।
हेलो। अभी आ रही है मैम, मेरी बात हुई है, अभी अभी ज्वाइन कर रही है।
Hello,
हाँ जी, हाँ
Santosh
जी।
ji, can you hear me?
हाँ जी मैम, ऑडिबल।
Okay, thank you.
एफडीपी के।
Sorry?
हेलो। हाँ जी
Yes,
मैम। हाँ जी, शुरू कराते हैं मैम।
जी जी।
जैसे कि हमारे जितने भी प्रतिभागी हैं सभी को पता है कि हमारा फैकल्टी डेवलपमेंट प्रोग्राम चल रहा है और आज इसके 7वें दिन, हालांकि संडे है आज, लेकिन फिर भी हमें, क्योंकि आगे फिर अष्टमी आ जाती है और इस तरीके के प्रोग्राम थे, तो आज हमने संडे के भी दिन रखा है इसको। तो मैं अपने महाविद्यालय की ओर से, अपनी प्राचार्य प्रोफेसर सीमा जैन जी की ओर से और अपनी आईक्यूएसी कमेटी की ओर से जितने भी प्रतिभागी हैं उनका, और आज के बीच हमारी जो चीफ गेस्ट है प्रोफेसर अलका बंसल जी का हार्दिक स्वागत करती हूँ, अभिनंदन करती हूँ। और
Thank
आज
you.
का जो कार्यक्रम है, हमारा एफडीपी का आज का जो कार्यक्रम है, ये मैं हमारे महाविद्यालय की वरिष्ठ टीचर, आईक्यूएसी कमेटी की मेंबर डॉक्टर सोनाली सिंह जी को हैंडओवर करती हूँ कि वो आगे के कार्यक्रम को संचालित करें। डॉक्टर सोनाली सिंह।
थैंक यू संतोष मैम। सभी को सबसे पहले जय माता दी।
जय
आज की हमारी स्पीकर किसी
जय माता
परिचय
दी।
की मोहताज नहीं है वैसे, पर फिर भी जो फॉर्मेलिटी बनती है तो वो मुझे करनी पड़ेगी। हमारी आज की जो स्पीकर हैं प्रोफेसर अलका बंसल जी, हेड डिपार्टमेंट ऑफ इंग्लिश एसडी पीजी कॉलेज मुजफ्फरनगर। इसके साथ ही ये IQAC की कोऑर्डिनेटर हैं और इन्हीं के निर्देशन में इनके कॉलेज में नैक हुआ और जिसमें इन्होंने A+ प्राप्त किया। ये एक बहुत बड़ी अचीवमेंट है और हम सबको भी आज मैडम का साथ मिलेगा। इसके अलावा मैम MSU यूनिवर्सिटी में RDC और बोर्ड ऑफ स्टडीज की मेंबर भी हैं और इसके साथ ही उन्होंने कई रिसर्च पेपर भी पब्लिश किए हैं और साथ ही सिलेबस की कई बुक्स इनकी प्रकाशित हैं। आज हम मैम को सुनेंगे। आज मैम का टॉपिक है इनोवेशन एंड बेस्ट प्रैक्टिस। प्लीज मैम, वेलकम। प्लीज वेलकम पेंसिल मैम, प्लीज।
Thank you so much, Sonali ji and Santosh ji. And good afternoon to all those who are attending this FTP program, all the participants. And I'm really thankful to Jain Kanya Pathshala College, Muzaffarnagar, for giving me this opportunity to share my views on the 7th criteria, that is innovation and best practices. Thank you so much. As we all know, that up till now, there were 7 criteria and still there are, because no official notice has come regarding the 10 criteria. So there are soon going to be 10 criteria, but up till now, there are only 7 because no official letter or information has come from the NAC office or the higher authorities. Now, this, as I have been told to talk upon the 7th criteria, that is innovation and best practices. Now, we all know what innovation is and what is the meaning of the word best practice. The word innovation, as we all know, it implies to whatever new we are going to develop, whatever new we create. हम कुछ भी जो नया बनाते हैं, नया करते हैं, नए तरीके से करते हैं, that is innovation. And best practice is a practice, or you can say the word best practice involves implementing and showcasing quality initiatives. And this implementing and showcasing quality initiatives doesn't restrict us only to the 7th criteria. What I mean to say is that in the 7th criteria, we have to write to best practices, but we should keep in mind that in all the criteria, we have to practice best practice. That means that we have to show our best practices in whatever criterion we are writing about. Whether it is the first one, the curricular aspects, what new things we are doing in that, how innovatively we are doing that, we can mention it in that. In curricular aspects also, we can practice best practices. Then in teaching, learning, and evaluation also, we can show how we are using best practice. That what new, what different, what innovative we are doing in that. Then in the third one, that is research, innovation, and extension. Here also we can show our best practices, our innovation. In the same way, in infrastructure and learning resources, that how, what innovations you have made, what new methods are you adopting to teach, whether you are using the ICT tools, or you have smart boards, or you, on a regular basis, you are calling resource persons from reputed institutions to disseminate knowledge and to impart knowledge to the students. Then in infrastructure also, you can show your best practices, like when you are, the infrastructure, the regular infrastructure is classrooms, staff room, office space, library, and all this. But in everything we can practice.
नहीं 62 और ये भी 42 का मतलब.
So best practice can be adopted in any criteria. Like if we are talking about the infrastructure, as I said, we can create or make some new kind of room like we did in our college. That was for creation of e-content. there was a room which was specially made for the creation of e-content. There, the teacher, whenever they are free, they can go, they can record, or they can make their e-content, and they can send to the students, or wherever they want to, they can share. So these kind of best practices can be, we can make best practices in any criteria. We can have in the next, that is student support and progression. Here also we can make some good practices, and we can write about them when writing our SSR. Then we have governance, leadership, and management. Here also we can introduce some good practices, like in governance and leadership, that, for example, you can say the principal of the college has regular meetings with the staff, and you can show that there is one-to-one communication also is promoted, that if any staff member, whether it is a fourth class employee or anyone, can come to the principal or to the head of the department, and they can discuss the issues, their problems, and they can be sorted out, and they can be like once in a while they can be the head of the institute can can promote some programs which are beneficial for the students as well as for the teachers and the staff. Other staff members also, they can make certain policies which will help the women employees. They can do something for the employees, fourth class employees especially, who are not financially very well off. They can contribute, like we do in our college. We contribute from all the teachers for the marriages of the fourth class employees, and those who are not very well off, or let me be very frank, those ladies who do not have their husbands, they are the only earning member, or even gents, if they are the only earning member and they find it difficult to make the both ends meet. So we usually contribute, and we give that amount to the person concerned. So there are many things which can be done here. Then the last one, which pertains to this only, innovations and best practices. Here, there is a lot which can be done. Like you can choose, we have to write 2 best practices. 2 best practices have to be written here, and the 7th criteria. And what are best practices? Let's discuss that first. Best practices are those which add value to human life and support the main cause of the institution. So our best practice should be such which is giving some sort of value to human life, and which is supporting the main cause of the institution. Now, what is the main cause of our institution or any educational institution? The main cause is teaching and learning. So it should support teaching and learning, as well as it should add some value to human life and support human life. It should help in the development of an institution and make a source or means to perform social responsibility. So our best practice should be such which which is promoting some sort of or which helps in social responsibility, which becomes a source or a means for social responsibility. So this best practice should be such. So best practices are usually, sorry. Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Thank you. So I was saying, I was telling you about the best. What is best practice? What can come under the category of best practice? Usually colleges, they undertake different types of best practices. as per the environment of the institution. They try to bring innovations, new ideas. So what nowadays the government or the new education policy demands is that the traditional form of education or the traditional methods or the traditional policies or whatever was going on in these institutions up till now, it should be changed. Like our traditional method or the traditional custom or traditional way of teaching was teaching in the classroom, lecturing, and the students learning in the classroom. It was only limited to teaching and learning. But nowadays, that traditional concept has changed drastically. It is now, the institutions are now considered centers for many activities, not just getting or completing a certain syllabus, getting a degree, getting education. Now, education is not just limited to classroom teaching. Education has a very holistic kind of meaning. Like education includes not only learning in the classrooms, education involves your um, certain activities which are socio-economic, political, cultural. So cultural reformations also can be adopted by the colleges, like in just not just involving the students in teaching and learning, they can involve the students in some extension activities. They can do something for the society, like they can adopt any village and they can extend their services for rural transformation. They can educate the people there. They can help the people to write applications for development in the rural area. They can adopt a village and take care of that village. So all this is being promoted in the colleges now. So we are focusing on the society also, that what we can give to the society, not just teaching and learning in the classroom, what we can do for the society. How can we be helpful? How can the institution be helpful to the society? Or how can the institution help the other stakeholders? So in today's education system, we are using technology. In the olden days, technology was not used. In the traditional method, technology was not used. Nowadays, we are using technology. And lots of ICT tools are used. And ICT tools have enhanced learning a lot. And we also find smart boards in certain colleges. And there are so many other methods um, which have been incorporated in the teaching learning process. Then colleges can do one thing, that technology is there, so they can make use of this technology courses as their best practices. Like they can use it to boost the educational atmosphere of the college, and they can use this as institutional social responsibility. They can make use of it for doing something for the society. And there are various kinds of best practices. And if you want to get an idea of what can be the best practice, or you may be knowing many things, there may be many things in your college, or there may be many things in your mind, but you must be finding it difficult that what should be the best practice, or which best practice can we adopt or can we write about. So there are many examples of best practices available on the net. NAC has given or published the best practices of many of its institutions. And so these best practices can be read from the various sites of the various colleges, and the NAC has also published some of the best practices. You can see from there also. Now, why do we adopt best practices? We take up best practices because they reflect the credibility and cheerful life of a college. And the best practice should be such which has this quality, that it has credibility and it creates a good atmosphere in the college. Now, if the atmosphere in the college is very tensed, it is not congenial to teaching, learning, working. People are not at ease. Then the working, the teaching, learning process, and the way people can do something good, that is affected. If the atmosphere is good, then lots of innovations can take place. People can do, I mean, not only the teachers, the other staff members also can put in a lot of hard work. And in a cheerful atmosphere, in a pleasant atmosphere, the work conditions become good. We can work better, and the college can also progress. And the best practices which we adopt help us to instill scientific approach to any issue or problem of society. They are the agents for change for a particular educational institute and society as well. These best practices not only change the institution, or they become the agent of change for the institution or betterment of the institution, but they also help the society. And we have seen that higher education institutes, the colleges, they are generating new ideas through best practices for betterment of their students. These initiatives add value to the academic courses and to the human life, as I said earlier, which help students for their overall development and in changing their lives. You can say that best practice are a set of guidelines or tactics that document the most effective method for reaching goals and managing processes. They are built from the strategies that have been proven to be effective in the past, and therefore they have a positive influence on our performances. However, we should remember that they are not fixed. These practices are not fixed. It's not that the practices which are going on, we'll also adopt those practices, or they will remain the same over the years. No, they are not static. They keep on changing with time, with demand, and they keep on evolving. So they are not fixed. So best practices are not just about doing things the right way. They are about capturing what works. What can be done. What works means क्या चल पाता है, क्या हमारे यहाँ चल पाएगा, क्या अच्छा रहेगा. That is what I mean by capturing what it works. Then, right, best practice is also about sharing it with people who need it and constantly improving it. If we have adopted some best practice, and if we share it with people of the society, and if we improve it constantly, then we are helping the society. The society is benefited by our best practice, and this is what you can say, this is what is expected from a higher education institute. So we can say that best practices are the best known methods, techniques, or proven processes used to achieve the result, or you can say the end goal. They represent an efficient or wise course of action. They are the guidelines which effectively lead to a desired result. They also help us to minimize risk and maximize opportunities. So our best practices should be such which minimize risk and maximize opportunities. ऐसी होनी चाहिए बेस्ट प्रैक्टिस जिसमें रिस्क कम हो और opportunities ज्यादा. Now, if you wish, I can tell you about some common best practices or some examples of best practices, like there are best practices which have been adopted by various colleges, like one is fostering entrepreneurial skills or attitudes. Then, like conducting social outreach programs, then promoting research and innovation, implementing transparent information systems, developing robust digital infrastructure for effective and efficient management, then plantation programs, or you can say save planet programs, or some can be like professional skill development among students, can be coping with newly induct choice-based credit system. Then some best practice can be like some programs, like you can keep any name for the program, like Harsh Utsav or Utsahavardhan or Kirti Samvardhan. These programs, you can make these programs or you can conduct these programs in your college. And in these programs, you can felicitate the students who are getting good marks, or students who are regular in attendance, or students who take part in various cultural activities, or students who are good at sports. So you can felicitate students. And this practice will imbibe a sort of interest. They will imbibe interest in, they'll be interested in learning, they'll be interested in the various activities of the college. So these kind of programs can also become best practices. Then cleanliness drives, they can become best practices. Then coping with online learning. And another important best practice can be women-centric programs. Women-centric programs can be one of the best practices. Then promotion of sports culture can be one of the best practices. So these are some of the best practices. And you all must be knowing this. If you read the criterion 7, you will find that how you have to write the best practice. First, we have to give the title of the best practice. Then we have to give the objectives of the practice, that why we need to make it as a best practice. You have to write about that. Then the context. In the context, you can write about why. Why are you taking up this best practice, or why you want this best practice in your college? That you can write about, that what you're going to ensure, what you're going to inculcate, and all those things. Then actually what the practice is, that you'll describe your practice, that how, what, why, what you are going to do, actually what your practice is about. Then you can give evidence of success. Then you can also mention the problems which you encounter during this practice. that when you are following this practice, what problems you come across, that also you can mention. Now, if anybody wants to know anything else, or I mean, want clarification on any point, I would be glad to do it.
हेलो।
हेलो, यस
हाँ
मैम।
मैम, हाँ मैम, आपका वीडियो शायद ऑफ हो रहा था।
हाँ जी मैम, मैं ये कह रही हूँ कि अगर और कोई क्लेरिफिकेशन चाहिए हो किसी को किसी भी
हाँ,
एस्पेक्ट पे,
हाँ जी, हाँ जी, हाँ जी, हाँ, मैंने कहा अगर आपका वीडियो शायद इसमें दिख नहीं रहा ना,
वो थोड़ी प्रॉब्लम हो रही है मैम, मैं अभी देखती हूँ, मेरा हाथ में
ठीक
क्या
है।
होगा।
हाँ,
हाँ
कोई
जी,
नहीं।
आप बताइए।
हेलो। हाँ,
यस
आप सब लोग, हाँ, थैंक यू मैम। आप में से किसी की भी कोई क्वारी हो या कोई क्वेश्चन पूछना चाहता है तो आप फ्री हैं, आप अपना अनम्यूट करके आप लोग पूछ सकते हैं। कोई मैसेज भी कर सकता है अगर किसी को कुछ पूछना हो।
मैं अगर एक बार क्राइटेरियन 7 को वैसे ही बता, आप चाहें तो मैं बता सकती हूँ व्हाट ऑल इज देयर। Like in 7.1 we have to write about institutional values and social responsibilities, and here we'll have to focus on the institution's ethical framework and societal contributions. Like we can write about gender equity, or what measures have been taken by the college to promote gender equity, or any initiative which the college is taking for gender equity, or then we can mention about environmental consciousness, like implementation of energy conservation measures such as using LED bulbs, and then planting, or you can say constructing solar energy plants. All this can be done in environmental consciousness, like that we are conscious of the environment, and we have a solar energy system. We use LED bulbs, and we do not switch on the lights until and unless they are necessary. While going out of the rooms, we switch off the fans and the lights. We have small stickers or markers pasted on every switchboard that please switch off the light when not in use, to remind the people to do that, like we did in our college. And these are minor things, but they create a lot of impact. They may be very small, very minor, but if you are sort of pasting a poster, or sticking, or with a hammer also, you can put the sort of plates near the water taps, that please do not waste water, or water is life, or any quote you can write there, or please tap band kar dijiye, or just do not let the water flow, or if it is leaking, then complain. And then we can have some clubs, or some like in the college, like environment club or prairie club and all these things. And there can be some students, and that has to be everything has to be done, like first we'll create a club. The IQAC will write a letter to any teacher in charge, and then that teacher will become in charge of that club, and that teacher will include some students in that club, and those students, they'll meet, and all this will be documented. All the notices, all the this yes, notices, letters, and all have to be documented. And then after that, after documenting, then they'll do all these works. Their objectives and everything will also be written, and these students, they'll be then action taken report and all will be also be made, that what the students did throughout the year to for environmental consciousness. what they did in this club, what they did in the Prairie Club, that they wrote to the this what is it? ये क्या होता है आपका जो municipality chairman, that there should be no khokas selling gutkas and cigarettes and all near the college. And if there are, then they write to the, like in our college, I'm giving example of my college, there was this Prairie Club and the students were very active, and the teacher in charge also, they used to write letters to the municipality people, and if they didn't take any action, then we wrote letters to DM also. And then the letters were written against these khokas, and there's a hotel also right in front of the SD college. We had written, but nothing has. Recently, we wrote about that. There is a bar in it, and very openly they have written that there is a bar. It's right in front of the college. So such things should not be there. Such things should be curbed. And this is all in environmental consciousness. Like, we take care of the environment of the students, of the society. We take care of the physical environment, like not polluting, like not using plastic, not polluting around the college. And if there is any leakage of water, reporting that, getting it set right or fixed instantly. Then we can also write to the people concerned about the condition of the roads, about the nalas, drains, and all these things, and about the heap of garbage and all. And in the college itself, we can do proper management of the garbage. We can dig pits to put the waste leaves in it, and that will be converted into manure, and then it will be used. So recycling of waste, it will be a sort of recycling of waste. Then all the like paper and this kind of waste, that you can sign an MOU with some paper mill, and you can show that we don't dispose it off, we don't burn it, or we don't give it to the raddiwala or anything. We send it to these paper industries, and then they get recycled there. So we are sending paper for recycling. We are promoting recycling of plastic, recycling of paper, and things like this. So you can have an MOU with certain agencies, and then show whatever you are doing, get it documented. So these things, and then rainwater harvesting. Like, we had 4 plants, rainwater harvesting plants, and this is also a form of water management. So all these things, they come under environmental consciousness. Then the environment should be disabled friendly. So to make the environment disabled friendly, we can make ramps. We can, if possible, then lifts also can be constructed or used. There should be some washrooms which are specially for the disabled persons. We had one constructed in our college, and everywhere there were ramps also constructed, so that any disabled student or staff or any person can easily go to any office or any room. That was done. So there should be facilities which can ensure a barrier-free campus for persons with disabilities. So this all is good if we do this in our colleges.
मैम एक क्वेश्चन आया है
जी,
पार्टिसिपेट का.
yes.
हाउ टू सेलेक्ट बेस्ट प्रैक्टिस इन रूरल कॉलेजेस? It is useful to the students community.
How
How to select
to
best
select?
practice in rural
Okay.
colleges?
Okay, ma'am.
It
How
is
to
useful.
select? How to select is the question, right?
हाँ जी मैम.
Okay.
Best practice in rural.
Yes, yes. So this is, I talked about this, that you can adopt that village. If your college is near a village, you can adopt that village. And as I said, you can make this as your best practice, that we are looking after this village. We have adopted this village. Why? For the development of the village, for the development of the sort of infrastructure like roads, houses, and then they can show that they are telling the villagers that what kind of schemes, what kind of subsidies, or what kind of things are available from the government to construct houses, and those who are below the poverty line, what grants or what funds they are getting from the government. They can make them aware of that. They can help them to write letters or applications and get that. Then they can write to the municipality or to the persons concerned, whoever is in charge of constructing the roads. They can write to those persons. They can take a few persons from the village and let them meet the officers, let them meet the concerned authorities who can make roads, who can construct water pumps, or whatever drainage system, or whatever is required in the village. And if there is no school, they can try to sensitize the people
this is
around.
over.
Yes, yes, yes.
मैम किसी का वैसे ही हो गया था सर.
Okay. So all this can be done, and there are so many things which can be done. And if anyone wants, how can we develop this best practice, or हम इस best practice
भरा रहा है, कभी खाली नहीं मिलता.
please switch off your microphone.
कौन कह रहे थे?
आप में से किसी का माइक्रोफोन खुला है, प्लीज उसे बंद कर दीजिए. अगर किसी को किसी बेस्ट प्रैक्टिस के बारे में, जैसे अभी इन्होंने पूछा कि रूरल एरिया में आप क्या कर सकते हैं, तो रूरल एरिया में बेस्ट प्रैक्टिस अगर आपको आप चाहें तो मेरा नंबर नोट करके मुझसे अलग से बात कर सकते हैं. तो मैं डिटेल में बता सकती हूँ कि उसमें आप क्या क्या कर सकते हैं, और उसका क्या टाइटल बनाएंगे, क्या उसका ऑब्जेक्टिव्स होंगे, क्या कॉन्टेक्स्ट होगा, क्या
अखिल गोयल सॉरी.
तो इस तरीके से आप कर सकते हैं बेस्ट प्रैक्टिस विलेज एरिया में भी. विलेज के पास अगर आपका गांव है तो आप ये वाली बेस्ट प्रैक्टिस बना सकते हैं कि आप इस विलेज का डेवलपमेंट करा रहे हैं. एनीथिंग एल्स?
आप में से कोई और कुछ पूछना चाहे तो प्लीज आप लोग पूछ सकते हैं, फ्री हैं आप लोग. कोई क्वेरी हो आप लोगों की?
ऐसे ही 7.3 is the institutional distinctiveness. That is also important part of this criterion. In institutional distinctiveness, you have to write something which is there in your college and which is something very different from the others, which is not common in other colleges. So if there is anything like this, कुछ भी आपके कॉलेज में ऐसा होता हो, ऐसी परंपरा हो, ऐसी प्रथा हो, या कुछ भी ऐसा चलता हो जो और इंस्टीट्यूशन से अलग है, तो वो आप इंस्टीट्यूशनल डिस्टिंक्टिवनेस में लिख सकते हैं. And moreover, you have to keep the documentation, the proofs of all what you have, what you're doing. The photograph should be geotagged, and then all the attendance of that program should be there, who all attended. There should be a press report, press release. आपने कोई विज्ञप्ति बनाई है, वो होनी चाहिए प्रोग्राम की. कुछ भी आप कर रहे हैं, कैसा भी कर रहे हैं, बेस्ट प्रैक्टिस में कर रहे हैं या इंस्टीट्यूशनल डिस्टिंक्टिवनेस में आपने कुछ किया है, सबके प्रूफ होने चाहिए. लाइक देयर शुड बी जियोटैग photographs, then there should be any data has been collected, it should be there. Any MOUs which have been signed, they should be there. any policy or any other document which you have, everything should be there as a proof. Anything else? Any
Okay,
question?
ma'am. है किसी का कोई क्वेश्चन तो प्लीज पूछ लीजिए. नहीं है मैम, शायद कोई चैट में भी है.
और कुछ जानकारी लेना चाहें इसके बारे में तो?
एक मैम है, ये हाउ टू सेलेक्ट आउटसाइड कैंपस इन्वायरमेंटल प्रोग्राम्स, ये पूछा है मैम.
हाउ टू सिलेक्ट आउटसाइड कैंपस एनवायरमेंटल
आउटसाइड कैंपस. हाँ जी, हाँ जी.
Okay.
मैम.
Outside campus environmental programs. Okay.
हाँ जी मैम.
Like you can take up, you must be having an NSS in your college. If there is NSS in your college, you can take help of the NSS and you can improve the environment or do something for the environment of your city or of your town. That is outside your campus, no? So you can do something related to that. Like if there is some drainage problem in some locality, so you can write to the authorities about it. You can take your team of students, then you can get it cleaned. You can hire some people to clean it, and you can take photographs. You can publish it in the newspaper, get it published in the newspaper. Why? Not just to make your name, but to sensitize people, sensitize the government, sensitize the authorities. This is how you can do something for the environment. If you're moving out, then you can plant trees. You can select an area which is like a no man's land, or where you find that nothing is being done, or it's on the side of the road. You can go and plant trees there. And one thing I want to say, that planting trees is not enough. What we all do is that on certain days we plant trees, but what happens to those trees we never turn back to see. So planting trees is not enough. We should take care of those trees also. That this is also contributing to the environment. Like if we have planted 20 trees or 50 trees, so we should be going back on the second or the third day every time till the plant grows properly, or till the plant you find that it can grow on its own. So one should water the plants, one should take care of the plants. वो होते हैं ना, जैसे एक चारों तरफ बाड़ जैसी बना देते हैं तार की, वो बनवा सकते हैं. उसके लिए फंड्स आप कॉलेज से कलेक्ट कर सकते हैं. आप उसके लिए फंड्स वो जिस लोकेलिटी में आप करा रहे हैं वहां के लोगों से चंदा टाइप कलेक्ट कर सकते हैं. And let me tell you that we were like beggars. We used to go with a katora to people who can donate, and we had collected a lot of donation for our college. So this also you can do. If you find some people who are philanthropic kind and who are ready to donate, you can go and meet those people, tell your problems, that you want to do this for the society.
लैपटॉप
You
चालू
have
किया
a
है. अब जब आपसे बात कर रहे थे, सेमिनार चल रहा था, तो कैसे देखेंगे? लैपटॉप चालू किए हैं, चलाना पड़ेगा ना.
if you want to do something for the society, you can take help of the donors or people who are ready to donate. Like in society there are so many people, because मैं जो भी बोल रही हूँ वो मैं अपने experience से बोल रही हूँ. Like we had really gone to people and asked them for donations, asked them for funds, and they had readily given us. And we didn't ask for cash, we asked for kind. Like if we needed computers in our college, we had gone to the people and we told them how much necessary this is in these days, and we want 500 computers or 200 computers. They readily donated. Some of them donated a large number, and some donated like 25% of the number, and then we had 4 donors, so our target was full. We had achieved our target. So we can take help of the society also. In order to ameliorate the society, we can take the help of the people in the society. कुछ जरूरतमंद की मदद करने के लिए जिनके पास ज्यादा है उनसे हम लेकर उनको भी मदद कर सकते हैं. So outside the campus, if you want to improve your environment, if you want to do something for the environment, there are so many ways, so many means. And it is a very, very good, I should say, practice. It is one of the best practices, best test, if I can use the word. So we can do that. I hope the person who asked this question is satisfied. And if they want any other clarification, you can ask me. Hello.
हेलो.
Yes. I
हाँ,
hope.
मैंने एलुमनाई रोल्स पूछ रहे हैं नेक में, एलुमनाई के रोल.
वैसे तो वो इस क्राइटेरिया में नहीं आता, लेकिन मैं बता देती हूँ आपको फिर भी. Alumni role of alumni in what? In anything.
anything.
Yes, alumni plays a very important role. Let me tell you first of all that who were our donors. Our donors were the alumni of our college. We had asked for donations from the alumni of our college. So this is one way how the alumni can help us. We can ask for donations, number one. If they are well established financially, if they are sound, we can take donations from them. Then we can call them, we can, if they are teaching somewhere, we can call them and they can give lectures. They can update our students with the latest developments in their field. For example, one of our alumni was a bank manager. He came and he gave a lecture to the students regarding how to come in the bank services, how to prepare for the entrance exam, what to do, and all those kind of stuff, and how this bank job is better, and what are the plus points of this bank job. He told us all that. So that became a program, that became an awareness program, that became a career counseling program. Then that was how the alumni was contributing to these factors. This is second thing. Then alumni can also, if they, like some of our alumni were having big industries, factories, so they gave placements also to the students. So we request them, we call them, we felicitate them, and we tell them that there are some good students, and we recommend them to these alumni, and some of the students were also given job by these alumni. So in this way, we can take help of these alumni. We can have alumni meeting, which we should have annually, at least once a year we should have. And apart from that, we can have alumni meets more than once also. Like if they are ready to come, if they are ready to help. Like one of our alumni, he's a cloth merchant. So he donated the curtain of our stage in the auditorium. So this way, we can take help of alumni in various ways. There are so many ways in which they can help us.
Thank you, ma'am. Any query, please? Thank you, ma'am, for your informative and useful lecture. और मैं समझती हूँ कि हमारे सभी पार्टिसिपेंट इससे लाभान्वित हुए होंगे. मैं सभी अपनी IQAC की टीम, अपने प्राचार्य प्रोफेसर सीमा जैन जी की तरफ से आपका बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद करती हूँ और आभार करती हूँ कि आपने अपना अमूल्य समय हम लोगों को दिया. Thank you very much, ma'am.
Thank you so much. Actually, I couldn't give my 100% today. I was not very well prepared. I had gone somewhere and I came just a few minutes before this lecture. Thank you so much.
Very useful. Thank you.
Next time we'll meet and maybe I'll be more useful next time. Thank you so
Okay.
much. Thank you.
Thank you.